This video is designed so that I can show you how you can finish or complete this assignment. In order to do this assignment, we're going to go through what it's asking you to do, and then I'm going to give you some options. Ultimately, at the end, what you need to have submitted is an audio recording of you answering the questions. In order to complete this, we're going to need to go to U2A4 content, Unit 2, Activity 4 content. We're going to have to read one of those articles, and then we need to know what we're going to be completing. So let's go to the content, Unit 2, Activity 4. So we have been working on summarizing articles. From here, what we're going to do is use all the skills that we've developed, and we're going to summarize one of these three articles, either binge drinking, lung cancer, or the risks of sitting too much. These are all related to topics on healthy lifestyles. When you read through the story, you will want to summarize it in the same strategies that we've been using all along. You can use the graphic organizers. You can use just the process of picking out details, whatever it may be, and you want to make sure that you know all the information. So once you've summarized what the article that you've chosen is all about, you're going to not just have a summary or a detail about the summary, but you're going to answer the following in a recording. Okay, so imagine you're sitting down at a desk with your teacher, that's me, explaining how you summarize this article. So you're going to record yourself answering these questions based on this summary. So these are fairly simple questions to answer that you could read out the question and then respond to it and then continue on 1 through 6. But the question of how do I record that is the most important one that we're going to deal with today. So I've got a few options as to what you can do. So let's go back here. The very first option that I'm going to show you is actually in assignments in the Dropbox. And you can do this with any of your assignments. I'm going to also point out that I'm operating as a student here, so this is what you could and should see. When you go to hand in an assignment, you would want to make sure that you have all those questions and answers either written out that you can read them, or that you know what you're going to be doing or what you're going to say to answer these questions. That may need some preparation. One of the things that you can do is you could add a file. Many of you are familiar with this, but the next one that you can actually do is record audio. So we're going to click that button right here, and this is testing my microphone so that it is allowed to be used. And then we're going to start a new recording. I've got 3 minutes to answer these questions. If you practice this and you find that you need more time than 3 minutes, then this is not the option for you. If you were to start recording, then you can hand that in, add it, and then even leave me a little note right down here that you recorded it here. So again, it has to be 3 minutes to answer these questions, and I would practice answering those before you make your recording so that you know how long it's going to take. So say, for example, that you have actually tried to do it, you've read through those questions, and your answers take longer than 3 minutes. What are some other options? So I'm going to recommend some screencast options where it could use audio and video, but you can select it to just use video. What I'm recording this on right now is actually called ScreenPal, and it allows me to create videos and upload them to a YouTube channel, but I can also just save them here and then share those as well. I can save it as an MP4 file, and it will go to my desktop, and then when I go to hand it in, I could just, if I've got that as a file to my computer after doing a screencast, then I could just upload that file. The other option that I wanted to give you in terms of screencasting is actually something that goes through Google and could be saved to your Google Drive. It's called Screencastify. It's very much like ScreenPal, in which you are able to make videos. You can use your Google account in order to do that and record yourself answering those questions. You could actually put it on the questions down below and screencast this and just talk it through. It doesn't have to be a video with you on it, but you could log in with your Google account and just screencast you answering to those. And then it goes to your Google Drive, which when you go to hand it in, as long as you have activated your widget on the main page, which is this right here, if you just see a blue button that says authorize, this is where you want to be able to authorize your board Google account, that if you make a Screencastify video, it will go to that drive and then you can upload it. You can upload it to that page. Okay. So what are some other options? If recording needs to be longer than 3 minutes, Screencastify is 5 minutes, ScreenPal is 15, and you're going to have to troubleshoot how to get those videos from the program to be able to save it in. How can you do that using the computer that you have? Two other things that I would strongly recommend that many of us can do is simply a voice memo on a phone. So I have an iPhone, so what I looked up was voice memos, and then I can start a new recording. I can upload that to my drive, and then I'll be able to hand it in on the VLE. If you don't have an iPhone, there's a few other options that you can download or that you can use on your phone that are audio recorders. And then you can upload it to your drive or send it via email and then put it into the VLE, depending on how you're going to get it off your phone. If you have the Pulse app on your phone, which is logging into Brightspace, which is what we're using. So this is what the app looks like. You can log into the VLE using the Brightspace Pulse. And if you're recording it on your phone, then you can upload it from your phone into the assignment Dropbox. So those are some phone recorders that I would also recommend. The very last option that I have is Google Recorder. So it's actually a Google app. You can get it as an app and put it on your phone or use a Google Chromebook. You can look up Google Recorder and then you can actually record it and it will put it into text as well. And then you can hand it in to the Dropbox. So there's a few options that you have. Your goal is to make sure that you can go into that assignment, that you can summarize the articles, and then you're going to look at those questions in the content. So you summarize this, and using that, you're going to answer these questions and submit that here. If you have any questions about how you're going to troubleshoot recording that, feel free to email me anytime.